The old house on Elm Street had been abandoned for decades. Its windows were shattered, its paint peeled like dead skin, and its front door hung crookedly on rusted hinges. Locals called it the Whispering House, claiming that if you stood close enough, you could hear faint murmurs coming from within, voices that didn't belong to the living. No one dared to enter, not until tonight. A group of 5 friends, Emma, Jake, Mia, Ryan and Sarah, had made a pact to spend the night inside the house. They were thrill seekers, always chasing the next adrenaline rush. Armed with flashlights, a camera and a bottle of cheap wine, they laughed as they crossed the threshold, joking about ghosts and curses. But the laughter died the moment the door slammed shut behind them. The air inside was thick and cold, carrying the faint scent of mildew and something metallic. The walls seemed to pulse faintly, as if alive. Emma shone her flashlight across the room, revealing peeling wallpaper and a staircase that creaked with every gust of wind. "Did you hear that?" Mia whispered, her voice trembling. They all froze. A faint whisper echoed through the hallway, too soft to make out the words, but too clear to ignore. It sounded like it was coming from the walls themselves. "Probably just the wind," Jake said, though his voice lacked conviction. They decided to explore the house, hoping to capture something paranormal for their YouTube channel. But as they moved deeper into the house, the whispers grew louder, more insistent. The words became clearer, though they made no sense. Sarah, the most skeptical of the group, rolled her eyes. "This is ridiculous. It's just an old house. Let's get this over with." But as she spoke, the walls began to shift. The peeling wallpaper curled and twisted, forming grotesque faces that stared at them with hollow eyes. The whispers turned into screams, deafening and full of agony. Panic set in. They ran for the door, but it wouldn't budge. The windows were sealed shut, as if the house itself refused to let them leave. The walls closed in, the faces stretching and contorting, their mouths opening wider and wider. One by one, the friends were pulled into the walls. Emma was the first, her screams cut short as the house swallowed her whole. Jake tried to fight back, but the whispers overwhelmed him, dragging him into the darkness. Mia and Ryan clung to each other, but it was no use. The house consumed them too. Sarah was the last. She begged and pleaded, but the whispers only grew louder, drowning out her cries.